Hello, today we are going to start with the Woodward-Fisher rule for calculating the absorption maxima in dienes as well as in polyenes. So according to my last lecture, you studied the theory or if in theory the effect of conjugation dienes and polyenes, and I explained with the molecular orbital diagram also. So according to that theory, what we learn, the basic thing is conjugation lowers the energy difference between the HOMO and LUMO, and that's why the particular wavelength which is shift towards the longer wavelength. So the longer the conjugated system, greater is the wavelength of absorption maxima, and that you can easily find it out in the following graph, in which ethene and butadiene, then hexatriene and once octatetraene. So once you increase the conjugation, you can see that the wavelength which is shift, also the intensity of absorption also increase with the increasing in the length of chromophore. Now the conjugated polyene system appears also colored if there are more than 5 double bonds in conjugation, and we can find it out absorption above the 400 nanometer. Also here one more thing that you need to include, alkyl substitution on the dienes extend the chromophores in the sense that there is a small interaction between the sigma bonded electrons of the alkyl group and the pi bond system, and so the effect of alkyl substitution in dienes is additive, or we can consider we can get wavelength at longer wavelength. Now first of all we start with the homoannular dienes. So before we study the table of Woodward-Fisher rule, first of all we should know that what is homoannular diene. Homoannular diene which consists of conjugated double bonds in the same ring. Please mention in the same ring, and it is also known as homodiene. So homoannular diene exists in as cis structure, and due to shorter distance between the ends of the chromophore, this conformation gives us maxima at longer wavelength but with lower intensity than the absorption maxima of trans diene, or we can consider as a heteroannular diene. Here there are two examples that you can find it out for homoannular diene, in which you can see both the conjugated bonds which are present in a same ring. The second one is diene contains an open chain structure where the basic unit is butadiene, and the basic value we can consider for that 217 nanometer. So here you can see it is open system, and for that the basic value or parent value that we can consider 217 nanometer. Now next one is heteroannular diene. For that the basic value is 215 nanometer. Here you can see various types of different types of heteroannular diene. So here two double bonds or conjugated double bonds which are present in different ring. The first above three examples are there. Second example that you can perfectly see that here double bonds are present, those are in the conjugation, but the second double bond which is not in ring, and that's why this is not a heteroannular diene, and that's why one would use the base value for an acyclic diene, and that is 217 nanometer, not we can consider 215 nanometer for the heteroannular diene. So the difference between homo and heteroannular diene. Also we know that how we consider heteroannular diene. Now the third thing according to Woodward-Fisher rule that we need to know about the exocyclic double bond, because for each exocyclic double bond we need to increment in the wavelength or absorption maxima 5 nanometer. So here in the first example you can easily find it out, exocyclic double bond of ring B. So according to ring B we can consider that as an exocyclic double bond. In the second structure we mention that which we consider as exocyclic double bond and which we consider endocyclic double bond. Endocyclic double bond means what? The double bond which are present inside the ring, and double bond which are present outside the ring, those are considered as an exocyclic double bond. So in the third structure we understand that both the ring for A ring and B ring. So for A ring one exocyclic double bond, and for B ring we can consider second exocyclic double bond. So here two exocyclic double bonds are there, so we can consider influence for 2 exocyclic double bond, and that's why 2 into 5, that means 10 nanometer we need to increment whenever we are going to calculate the example of this type of compound. Now next one is ring residue or alkyl group substitution. So for these also we need to include or increment 5 nanometer wavelength. Whenever we are using the word ring residue, that means what? The particular adjacent carbon of conjugated system which is attached by single bond. That carbon only we can consider as a ring residue, or we can consider as a alkyl group substitution. So here you can perfectly see there are 3 ring residues are there, because you have 4 carbon atom, those are in conjugated system or ethylenic bond, we can find it out. An adjacent carbon atom which is attached directly with this conjugated system by single bond, only those carbon atom we can consider as a ring residue, or we can consider as a alkyl group substitution, and for each of them we can consider 5 nanometer increment in the wavelength, and that's why 15 nanometer increment we can find it out here. So these 4 basic things, the one is homoannular diene, heteroannular diene, then acyclic chain or open chain structure, that is a basic butadiene system, and these are 3 most important parameters in which we can find out the basic parent value. After that, exocyclic double bonds, for that increment is 5 nanometer, and for ring residue or alkyl group substitution we need to increment 5 nanometer. Here Woodward-Fisher rule is there. This is the table, and in this table we can find it out. The first one is double bond extending conjugation effect. So for each extending or each extra double bond which are present in conjugated system or which increase the conjugation, for that we need to increment 30 nanometer. Now the next one is Cl, Br, OH, OR. This type of substitutions, whenever these substitutions are present only on the conjugated carbon system, then and then we can consider increment of 5 nanometer or increment of 6 nanometer or increment of whatever mentioned in the table. If those are not present on the conjugated carbon system, so we cannot add increment in the absorption maxima, or we cannot add for the particular calculation. Okay, so now we move for the example. In the first example, here you can find it out 3 double bonds are present. So here we can consider this is homoannular diene, because the absorption maxima is higher and 2 double bonds we can find it out in a same ring, and that's why the base value is 253 nanometer. Next one is double bond extending conjugation. For that we can write down 30 nanometer, because only one bond which increase the conjugation effect, because for conjugation at least we require 2 double bonds, and those are present on the alternate carbon atom. So third double bond which is in the conjugation, that extend the effect of conjugation, and that's why only that bond we can consider. So here one bond which is extra, and that's why we need to write it down 1 into 30, that means what, 30 nanometer. Here ring residue or alkyl group. So here you can see that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for one carbon atom you can find it out ring residue at the adjacent carbon atom, and also for fifth carbon atom also you can find it out the same carbon atom as a ring residue, or substitution of alkyl group we can consider. So both the times we can consider, so it is a 2 times influence, and that's why we can consider 2 ring residue, one for first carbon atom and second for fifth carbon atom. After that, sixth carbon atom also attached with the another carbon atom by a single bond, so that is also we can consider as a ring residue or alkyl substitution. So total number of ring residue or alkyl substitution groups are 3 into 5, that's why 15 nanometer I can consider. And the last one is exocyclic double bonds, and that you can find it out for A ring there is no exocyclic double bonds, but for B ring there is a one exocyclic double bond that we can find it out, and that's why 1 into 5 is equal to 5 nanometer. there is no extra exochrome or substituent effect that we can find out, because there is no extra substitution we can find it out on the conjugated carbon system, and that's why we should not add those value, and that's why the predicted value for these is the sum of all the particular values, and that we can get the final answer 303 nanometer. The next example is for heteroannular diene, in which you can find it out both the double bonds which are present in the different ring. The one thing, so first of all you need to write it down the base value or parent value, either it is a homoannular diene or it is a heteroannular diene or it is a acyclic diene. After that you need to go for step by step. It has a ring residue, yes, so we should go for that ring residue. So here you can find out for one carbon atom there is a one ring residue, second carbon atom ring residue is there, for third carbon atom we cannot find it out, but fourth carbon atom we can find it out one ring residue. So that is 3 into 5, that's why 15 nanometer increment is there. Now the next one is exocyclic double bond. So for A ring we cannot find it out any exocyclic double bond, but for B ring we can find it out here one exocyclic double bond, and that's why the increment in the absorption value, which is a 5 nanometer. So we can write it down 1 into 5, so 5 nanometer. So the predicted lambda max or absorption maxima for this compound is sum of the all values, and we can find out 235 nanometer. Here there is no double bond extending conjugation effect, so we should not add those value. Also there is no substitution, and that's why we should not add those value also. Now the next one is again the another example in which we can consider the base value 253 nanometer. After that we can find it out here extra double bond, and that's why how many double bonds are there? One extra double bond, so that we can consider as a 1 into 30, so 30 nanometer. The most important thing is ring residues or alkyl groups. So here perfectly you can see the color. So for red it is a one ring residue, for blue also that is a one ring residue, or you can give the number of carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we can find it out one ring residue for 5 carbon atom and another ring residue same carbon atom for the first number of carbon. So we can consider 2 influence for the same carbon atom. After that we can consider remaining for the 6 carbon atom, again for the 1 carbon atom for the above ring, and second carbon atom for the second ring. So these are the 5 ring residues are there, one more exocyclic double bonds, and we can predict the lambda max value. So this is the basic thing that you need to understand. Now certain more example that you can see, so listen it very properly and try to solve. Is it clear, or if you will get the same value or not? The next example is this one, homoannular diene. Here you can find it out one more example in which open cyclic structure is there. So we can consider the basic value for that is a 217 nanometer, and that's why here the total value that you can find it out 258 nanometer after applying all the rules. So double bond extending conjugation effect, so one extra double bond is present, alkoxy group is present, so that's why you need to increment 6 nanometer, and R group is also present, and that's why that we consider as a 5 nanometer. So total is 258 nanometer. These are some example for practice. So in my next lecture or next video lecture, I will give you the answer of this example and try to do practice at home. Thanks.